My name's Zach.
And I'm Maddox, as always. And we got a special show for you today. This is the first time we've ever had something happen like this in the history of recording Thursday Thoughts. Today is Zach's birthday. It is October 2nd, Thursday, 2025, and it is Zach's 18th birthday.
We're all grown up. It's been a minute since we've done an episode. Been in the room, been in the studio.
Yep.
It's good to be back. Good to be talking to the viewers.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good to be back with our new special guest, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he's gonna be a more prominent member of the show throughout our next few episodes.
He is our new guest permanently. Which I guess now that makes him a host, except he doesn't talk.
Yeah, no, he also has no ownership.
So yeah, he doesn't have any of the shares in the company.
No shares, no company. Yeah.
So yeah.
Really, he's just here. I don't know why he's here. Yeah.
Oh, we just have it for decoration. That we needed to spice up the studio a little bit. It was just a bunch of black foam pyramids.
Nothing wrong with black foam pyramids, but
no, nothing with black foam pyramids. There's nothing wrong with those. We just needed to spice up the wall behind us and give it a little bit of character. Not that black foam pyramids do not have character.
I think black foam pyramids have lots of character.
I
think they're very upstanding backgrounds.
I think they're upstanding pyramids, and I think that they have a pivotal role in the shape society.
That's very true. That is very true. I think that they're one of the more important ones, because triangles, that's like an elementary shape. But then pyramids, there's just a level of complexity to them that you can't find nowhere else.
When you go from a triangle to a pyramid, you really grow up.
Yeah, no, that's
what life's all about, is becoming a pyramid.
From a triangle.
Yeah. Exactly. Becoming a sphere from a circle, becoming a
cylinder from a circle also.
Yeah. You could go one of two ways.
Yep, that just shows how throughout life there's, a lot of different paths you can take. You can end up in a lot of places. But if you mess up, you might go, from a circle to an oval,
Absolutely.
It's just, you got to stay on track.
You could go from a square to a cube. Run out of shapes.
Yeah, it's all the shapes I know.
Yeah,
we haven't been educated in shapes.
Haven't been able to figure out any more shapes. But anyway, so in honor of your birthday, I have a special segment for you.
All right.
Top 5 best birthday gifts ever.
Okay, the number one best birthday gift.
Go from 5. Go from 5.
From 5.
Go from 5.
Okay.
Starting at 5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna say top 5. We're gonna say. Okay. We'll say this one's not a top 5. This would be like a bottom 5 gift. This is a gift, I'm happy to take anytime, but it's not the best. Burrito Shack gift card.
Okay.
Burrito Shack fire restaurant.
Are you gonna go like birthday gifts that everybody can receive, like general birthday gifts, or birthday gifts you've received specifically?
I've received specifically.
Okay.
And these aren't like bad. Like 5's still good. Like I'm more than happy. I went and used that like
absolutely.
The day after.
It still made a list.
Yeah.
It could have not.
Yeah. No, I've got plenty of gifts.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, we're gonna go. Just the classic money. Can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Number 3. This is where we get interesting. Now, I'm not speaking from present where I'm at now. Or no, I am speaking from where I'm at now. Used to, I hated this, but clothes. I like getting clothes. Like some clothes
now.
That you actually want.
Yeah, used to get like Christmas too. Getting clothes on Christmas was one of the worst feelings ever as a kid.
If you shook it and it didn't sound like Legos, there's no point in opening it.
No, but now it's good.
Yeah, it's all
I still like getting Legos.
Yeah, no, Legos are fire.
But getting clothes is not as bad as it used to be. You
can
always use more clothes.
That is true.
Especially graphic T-shirts from like PacSun or something.
People like Connor.
Yeah, people with him on it. Yeah.
Yeah, people with him on it. There's only one person.
Shirts with people like him on it.
There we go. Yeah. We're sophisticated on this podcast. Okay, number 2. We're just gonna get this out of the way. Legos, you already mentioned it. Oh. It's fire. I'm not with the little, I don't get like the little bitty Lego sets now, but I've been getting the Lego cars and stuff.
Yeah, I like getting those cars. It's about the size of my phone, maybe
those
a little bit bigger. The ones you build, and I put them on my dresser in front of my TV.
I've got some of the bigger ones, and I've also got some of those like the Lego Star Wars ones. I've got one of the. It's not a Venator. It's like smaller than that, but it's just a ship. Like the ones you can like kind of show off. Like they're more decorations. I think those are neat.
Yeah, absolutely. The ones, because Legos once you get older aren't about the functionality.
Or the minifigures. It's all about
it's all about like you just like building them.
Yeah.
It's something you can concentrate your time on and your hard work for just a little while, and it keeps you focused.
And like I like looking to like I bought them for decorations in my room.
Mm-hmm.
My dresser, I didn't have anything on it, so I bought one of the cars, and now I've got a car on it. My nightstand didn't have anything, so I bought that Star Wars ship. So now it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
Yeah.
I get them more for decorations than I'm not playing with Legos.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't. I like to get them for that decoration, like you said,
Yeah.
and it just like you feel a sense of pride and joy when you finish them because you
Yeah.
look at it and you're like, wow, I built this because they do
Yeah.
look really good when you finish them when you
Yeah,
do the
they
steps.
make them real nice
Yeah,
now.
and if you put the stickers on them and everything, like perfect. Oh, it's like
Don't talk to me about perfect stickers.
yes.
We shake it We shake
When
a
you
little too
can
much.
get the perfect stickers on though,
Yeah.
oh, top two feeling ever.
I've been getting a lot of printed pieces with the
Mhm.
sets I've been buying. Every time I see one that I don't got to put a sticker, it's always shoot. It's keep
Bust
about to
up.
fall off. Yeah, I think we might have to go to earmuffs. It's kind of falling off my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
if you were to say, give any honorable mentions for you say number one?
Honorable mentions? Not really, to be honest. I guess I'd just say gift cards in general, but like that's what I said for number 5. I just picked a
Yeah.
specific one.
So gift cards in general
Yeah,
would be an honorable mention.
I guess number 5 or honorable mention, whatever you want to say. I guess ornaments number 6. I don't really
Yeah.
like getting
Some
ornaments,
are cool.
but some are cool.
Some
It's
are
just
cool. I
depends.
like it more around Christmas time from like maybe like my grandma
Mhm.
than I do as like a present, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then number 1, obviously, you know my new hobbies recently. Just broke 80 in golf. So getting those new clubs is really
Did you know?
no on the front nine. No, me and Beckett, we shoot 12s.
Yeah, yeah. That's a story for a different time when we have Beckett on.
Yeah. Well, we do need to have him on.
We need to have Beckett on sometime. He did make an appearance that one episode, but he was just passing.
It was
through.
very faint.
So
So
didn't
did
get to-
Lulu. Lulu also
Lulu
made an
did make that.
appearance.
My family slowly making appearances.
Hmm But I would say number 1's got to be some golf clubs. I think they last so long, which obviously you think it's really dumb, the clubs I'm fixing to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a little bit of merit to what you're saying, but they're going to last me so long. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to,
If
they're
you're
against
gonna
they'll
keep
laugh.
buying clubs, it's not smart. If you're
Yeah.
just gonna buy those clubs and keep them forever,
I mean, like, those wedges, they'll last me years, they'll last me forever.
absolutely, yeah. I would say I'll go from like 3 up.
3 up.
I would say number 3 would have to be probably money.
Yeah, money's a solid one
like-
because it can
yeah.
be anything else.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you could.
But-
That's basically get any present you
Yeah.
want.
But
because you could buy a present with that money.
yeah, but I do think it's a little more meaningful. If someone gave me $60 or they gave me a $60 gift that I actually wanted, I think it's more meaningful if they just give me the gift and give me the money to go buy that same gift. But I still like money because it could be something you didn't want as much.
Mhm.
Money you get to make the
I think
decision.
money, if you pair it with a present,
That's
is
a comp.
top 1 duos of all time.
That is a crazy dude.
Yeah. So I'd say money number 3. I don't really have a specific 2, but I didn't want to put money at the 2 because then I have to think of 3. Because I feel like there's a good 2 that could go above money.
Yeah.
I do think Legos are great. I think it matters how many Legos you get. If you
Yeah.
get like 2 cars, that's good. I think that's better than
I don't want like a whole bunch of them. It's like it's about like this wouldn't be like the correct term, but like the amount, like the volume of it that
Mhm.
you like. I don't want 50 Lego cars. I want like one thing, just something, because they take time to put together.
Mm-hmm.
I think
sometimes
whenever-
you don't have the time to build those massive ones. all the
Whenever I was younger, I'd sit down and I'd just go and knock it out. But like the car that I got, it took me probably I bet I built it in like 3 days because
Yeah.
I just sit down every now and then. I'd have nothing to do, so I'd go upstairs and I'd put a little bit together. Then I go do something else.
Mhm.
Then come back the next day, put a little bit together, and then just finally get home and just sit down and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have fun with it,
Yeah.
and it was neat. Like it was a Technic one, so it looked really cool.
Yeah. So in honor of it being October as well, not just your birthday, but also
Yeah.
October, Halloween costumes.
Oh, this is bad.
What is your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever dressed up as?
Okay, favorite
Or
that
might
I've
dress up
ever
as?
dressed up. Okay, favorite. I think the best duo costume has got to be Anakin and Padme. I
Yeah,
can't.
for a
I
boy,
think that's the
girl.
best for a boy girl.
What about a boy?
Boy, Anakin and Obi-Wan.
What about a girl?
Probably Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Definitely. I don't know. I've seen a lot of really good creative costumes. Um, it's since I've been watching Pirates of the Caribbean so much, I kind of want to dress up
Those
as
are
like
some fire
Jack Sparrow. But you know how much like that'd be kind of a hassle. You got to get all that long hair. He's got all like the beads in his hair and
And
stuff.
that would be easy to make it to look goofy, you know? If you don't really go all out for it, it's going to look kind of just goofy.
Yeah. If you don't go all in,
Yeah.
there's no point. You just shouldn't do it. When's the last time you watched Pirates of the Caribbean?
Will Turner is the kid. The same guy. He's got the hair, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
long hair,
Mhm.
and then Elizabeth Swan, like his,
Yeah,
like,
that's his. That's his. Yeah.
his wife, or at the end of the thing.
Mhm.
So I think that's a good one if it's like a couple dressing up.
I think it's also the hair color. That's the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have blonde hair, so I don't really match with all that many people.
Yeah, I can see that. You could be somebody's blonde. You could be like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I
You
get
think
that a
Brad
lot,
Pitt's
but
ever been-
you know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah. My favorite costume ever. When I was a kid, me and Beckett, my little brother, we dressed up as two Duck Dynasty characters. He
Mhm.
dressed up as Cy, you know, the old guy that always drinks the sweet tea, and I dressed up as, gosh, I can't remember his name now. Now I gotta look up the cast because I'm not about to butcher this and get this wrong.
Whenever I was one of my favorite costumes I'm done. It wasn't like a great costume, but just doing it with all the guys I did was Ninja Turtles. We had 4 guys and we all did
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles.
that's
That
good.
was fun. Our
Mhm.
costumes looked horrible. We all got our shirts like the wrong size, the wrong color. One of them was short sleeve, someone got long sleeve. Everybody has something wrong with their shirt.
It's all about coordination.
Mine was too small. Kobe's was too big. Jonathan's was long sleeve and dark green instead of light green. Houston's was the only right one.
That's goofy.
It was bad.
Yeah, Becky dressed up as Cy Robertson. I dressed up as Jace Robertson. You had that big old beard. I don't even remember what my mom did. She got this big thing of, I don't even know what it was. It may have been like cotton swabs or something. Kind of got them all glued together or whatever, and then spray painted it brown. So I had this huge like brown beard. I wore a beanie and I had like all like the clothes that they would wear or something. I loved it. That was one of my favorite costumes. I dressed up as superheroes when I was younger.
I did clones like from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Me and my
I didn't really get into Star Wars until maybe 8th grade.
Really?
Like watching them all. But when I got into it heavy.
I was ahead of the curve. I used to watch like Star Wars videos on my Chromebook, or not my Chromebook. I had a laptop.
Yeah, like at home.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. I was that. My dad showed me Star Wars movies. Shoot, it would have been. It's been forever ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have had to been when I was like 9 or 10. I was really young, so I've watched them like my whole life.
Yeah. I got into Marvel really young and like the Transformers and stuff. So
It never clicked with me. Transformers, I like
yeah.
Transformers,
But I
but Marvel
love-
never clicked when I was
love
little.
Marvel movies, dude. I'll go. And I saw, I was watching like some YouTube videos about like some of the recent movies and how they've kind of started to make better ones. And like I don't even know what phase they're in, like phase 5 maybe or something like that.
I know they got bad for a
movies.
little bit. Like I stopped watching them.
Yeah,
But Fantastic Four was good.
Yeah, Fantastic Four was good. I watched Thunderbolts because that was out on Disney Plus. That was really good.
Is it? I've seen it. I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was worth the watch.
Yeah, it was real. It's one of their better movies.
Really?
Recently.
Really.
And Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine's a great
Oh
movie.
my gosh, it was generational.
That intro scene where he's like
Yeah.
fighting the
All the
TVA
TVA
officer.
guys?
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
I love that. But I think it's really funny because like you get two completely opposite characters. Deadpool always breaks the fourth wall. He's never serious. He's doesn't really have any morals or anything like that. Just does not care.
Yeah.
Then you got Wolverine, who's always serious, always focused on the task at hand. He does have a little bit of a moral compass, but you really won't be able to tell because he just like unallows a bunch of people. So
I like whenever they're in. I don't even remember what it is, but he's with not Captain. It's Chris Evans, and he's playing one of the Fantastic.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, Johnny Storm,
Yeah.
and he's like, he said all those bad things about you. And that girl like takes like.
Oh yeah,
That was
insane.
hilarious.
It was just like his bones.
Yeah, he was like, no, what? I didn't say that, and then
Yeah.
she just takes
That
his
was crazy.
everything. That was funny.
But I really like Deadpool and Wolverine. So like, all the Marvel movies then were good, and then I loved it ever since I was a kid. Like, and Marvel coming up was really good. So I just loved dressing up as the Halloween costumes for it. I had like a birthday party when I was younger that was like Avengers themed. Like I had like a bunch of stuff that was like just the core Avengers, you know, like the six or whatever it was, and you could like pick and choose stuff that you wanted to get from it. Like maybe it was like a cupcake with like a ring on it, like just stupid stuff like that. I was a little kid.
I think that's why everybody got those like ring things.
Yeah, the rings with something on it. Yeah, that was just.
You got to pick your cupcake.
That's a go-to kid thing. You have to get the cupcake with your specific.
Yeah, but also you got to try and find, because you know half of them got chocolate, half got vanilla, so you got to match up.
Yeah, you got to kind of look. It's a delicate game that you got to pick there. But yeah, I would definitely say, probably my favorite costume ever was when I dressed up, as the Duck Dynasty guys with my little.
That sounds like a fire costume. I never did that much effort.
He had the same thing I did. Mine was like big and poofy, had a brown beard, and his was like kind of longer and thinner, and it was just like white. And he had those glasses on, the hat, holding the like the cup of sweet tea. We have a Duck Dynasty cup in my house that we have to this day.
I think dressing up when you're younger for Halloween's I think it gets
it's everything.
I think it gets worse the older you get.
Yeah, it's everything when you're young.
Yeah.
But you just want to look cool by not dressing up. So yeah. But this is Cy, the one with the gray beard, and then Jace is the one with the brown beard. So we dressed up as that. I wish I could find the picture of it. I'd have to do some deep digging on my mom's Facebook. So I don't think I'm going to be able to find it.
I'll find it.
But maybe I can find it next episode and show it. But yeah.
Got to keep them coming back for the next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll show you.
Tune in to see me and my little brother's Duck Dynasty costumes. Okay, but also happening in October, there's a lot of stuff happening in October this year. On October 4th, which is this coming Saturday, we have UFC 320.
That's going to be a good one.
I got 3 fights. I got Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev 2.
We all know who's winning. Pereira is pounding him.
He's gotta win.
I hope
he
Pereira
fought last time
wins.
with a broken hand.
I know, and he still almost.
So he still almost won. It was a close fight, but I mean, it's hard to win when you have a broken hand in a fighting combat sport. I got Merab and Corey Sandhagen. Merab has proven himself time and time again that he should be higher up on the pound for pound ranking.
It's definitely.
And they won't do it.
I think Merab wins.
They move him up a little bit, but I think the person who doesn't get the most love is it's like Alexander something like that, Pantoja in flyweight. Do you know him? Flyweight. I mean, just dominates anyone he fights.
Really?
Like has an absurd amount of title wins so far, and they cannot beat him, and they won't move him up. It's ridiculous.
Really?
I just don't understand it. But Merab's another one of those guys he's kind of slept on. I should say nobody, but not a lot of people like him just because he's like one of those grapplers and people don't love to see wrestling. But I like that he tries to be a showman. I like that he knows the narrative that people think that he's a wrestler, and he still tries to prove that he can make wrestling look fun. So I kind of like that. I think Khamzat Chimaev tried to do that too. Like just dominated DDP the whole fight.
That was an interesting.
Yeah.
I wish they stayed up. Let's get that out of the way. But for a fight that they didn't stay up in for like any of the fight, it was the most entertaining ground fight I've seen.
If you say like, "Hey, do you want to watch a wrestling fight?" You say no. Like anybody will say no.
Yeah.
But I think the true UFC fans can see the beauty and that a good of
he played that
so.
Like he got like what did he get like the what's it called like the Iron Cross or whatever.
The crucifix.
Or is it okay? Something like that. Where he's got the.
He gets one leg with. Or he gets
it's
one arm
such
with
a wild
leg,
position.
And he grabs the other arm with.
So
this.
he's just stuck out.
Yeah. So he's completely out. And he's just punched him in the face.
It's like, wild.
Insane. Or he'd get him with one arm.
One arm and then the legs. So his body
spread out like this.
I mean, this is DDP laying on the ground, and this is him, and he's got his arms and his legs, or he's got both his arms hooked, and he just punches him over and over. He had like 600 significant strikes. It was ridiculous.
It was insane. Yeah, it was something like that. And then I got Yuri Prohaska and Khalil Roundtree. So these are the last 3 fights on the card, and I think these are the ones that everybody's gonna be watching. Like, most of the times you tune into those UFCs for the main event, obviously.
There's so many good fights.
Yeah, and then sometimes the co-main, but rarely do you tune in for the last 3 fights. Because just, you come to see those big guys that have the belts, and you know they're good. Like, you want to watch them. But now you got these last 3 fights who are all guys, 2 of who are fighting for a belt, and 2 of or not two of, one fight where they have fought for a belt in the past, and you want to watch it. Like it's those are two guys who are not fighting for a belt, and it's got contender for fight of the night. You know what I mean? Just depending on how the last two fights go. So I think that fight's gonna be really close, Yuri and Khalil Roundtree. But I don't know. I think Khalil Roundtree comes out on top of that. Ever since Yuri got knocked out by Piera, he just hasn't been able to come back like he used to. So I think Khalil Roundtree wins that fight.
I
Murat
think
wins the
Pierre will
co-main,
be the
and
fight.
Pierre
I
wins.
really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be
If
a long.
Pierre can knock him out,
Yeah,
fight of the night.
they would be fantastic.
Mhm.
But I think that fight will be a long fight. Like I don't think it's going to end quick, and they're both gunning for each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And obviously, like a lot, most people want Pierre to win. I mean, I want Pierre to win too. I'm gonna have my Pierre shirt on
Yeah.
and stuff.
He's the favorite to the fans.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's gonna win.
So
He's
I mean,
coming in with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
So.
I think he's definitely got the tools in his bag to win that fight, no doubt in my mind. But he's just got to execute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's
I
gotta
think-
go there and do it.
Yeah.
We know he can. He's gotta go do it.
You know, I think he 100% can, but he's still gonna have to. It's still gonna be a fight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There was some discrepancy and some talk about their last fight because Magomed, he is I think he's Islamic. Is it they practice Ramadan, don't they?
Muslim?
Muslim, yes. So yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Islamic and Muslim.
Something sure.
He is Muslim. He
Yeah.
practices Ramadan. And they were in the middle of Ramadan when he had to do his last fight against Piera, and he like skipped out on it. And,
I remember you
and
telling me
he
about that.
ate,
Yeah.
Like when he shouldn't have because it was during the day or whatever. It wasn't
Yeah.
sundown yet. So he ate when he wasn't supposed to because of weight purposes. Like he had to make weight for the fight, which I can understand that to an extent. Like you want to go fight, but I just think that's like terrible that you're gonna go against your religion.
Yeah,
just
I
to
think
fight.
there's level. I think that's more important than fighting.
Yeah, I think if there was a serious like
And it wasn't like the fight. Well, actually, I don't know what the time zone, but I don't think it was in the middle of the day for him, the fight. So I think he would have had time to eat too.
yeah, no, the fight wasn't in the middle of the day. It would have been at like 11, 10 o'clock, whatever time they were. Like it was gonna be 10 to 12 o'clock time range.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, but he was eating during the day for it.
Yeah.
You know, and I just like if there's a huge thing that happens in my life that causes me to go against my religion, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Just because like that's one thing that I hold really dear to my heart that I can't do.
And I know there's a big controversy about that too.
yeah.
A lot of people were upset about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but maybe he talked to his religious leaders and asked, but still, I just don't think you can go against it like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? He did it.
I'm not
won,
also,
whatever.
it's not my like I don't know that much
Yeah, I
about.
don't either. So I'm not.
So
gonna
there
be-
could be exemptions to that. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I try to relate to it, but I can only relate to it so much.
Yeah, like it's
So,
just not.
But yeah, I think this is a really good fight to watch this weekend if you have the opportunity to. I know you can watch it for free at Buffalo Wild Wings if there's one near you. You can go watch it there. You could obviously buy the pay-per-view. So
Might be. It's just expensive. The pay-per-views. You might as well go eat at Wing.
yeah, might as well. I mean,
Or
you're
not
gonna save
Wings,
so much
B-dubs.
money. Yeah, anywhere that like has a bar typically has it on. So I think that's typically a good place to go watch it. Maybe go get some friends because I do think you want to tune into this fight and I think you want to watch it.
Oh, absolutely. It's
I
gonna
think
be
very good.
a lot
I
of
think
good
all three
fights.
them
A
are
lot
gonna
of.
be good.
I think almost all of. Because normally, we kind of halfway watch the fights until we get to the main card.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be one we're watching. All the
Yeah,
fights.
I think I'm watching all three until it's all over.
Yep.
So
No,
yeah.
until it's done, we're gonna be watching.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think you should tune in that fight. And then I guess we can wrap it up with the Bible verse.
All
if you
right.
want to.
I'm
So
good with that. You
today-
want to read it for him?
Yeah, I can. So today I have Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 7. Pull it up here for you guys. I found this, I don't remember how long ago, but I was reading, just like one of my, like, I have a plan I do on the Bible
Yeah.
app.
You doing a proverb a day for a
Yeah,
month?
I guess so. But here we go. I got it highlighted here. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. On your own intelligence do not rely. In all your ways be mindful of him, and he will make straight your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. So I read that, and it kind of stuck out to me. It's a little choppy, like you kind of have that line, and like you have another line that sort of relates, but it's kind of choppy, and you just kind of glance over like,
I see what you're saying.
like I don't know.
But they all related. They're all
yeah,
like
they all do.
Yeah.
So first, we'll go. I'll just look at verse 5. I got trust in the Lord with all your heart. On your own intelligence, do not rely. So I think that is just great in reminding yourself to trust God in anything that you do. Like, you want to trust in the Lord with everything and anything you do, and you don't want to rely on your own capabilities and own intelligence on something. You want to rely on Him, because that's what He wants you to do. He wants you to rely on Him and turn to Him in your time of need or anything like that. So I think that's really good in just looking at it like you need to trust Him with everything you have before you rely on your own intelligence, because you shouldn't rely on your own intelligence, because He will help you.
Yeah, and
no
he's all knowing. He wants what's best for you. Like he doesn't want you to trust in him, and then he's gonna lead you down some terrible path or whatever. Not that I'm saying if you trust in him, your path's gonna be easy, because there could be trials and stuff. It's not necessarily gonna be easy, but if you trust in him, he's gonna provide for you, and he's gonna put you down the path you need to go. Like, so as long as you follow what he's telling you to do, I mean, you'll be in his will. And your life will have a lot of fruit to it.
Absolutely. So I got verse 6, just moving on. In all your ways, be mindful of Him, and He will make straight your paths. So that does also, like you said, it ties in back there. So if you would just be mindful of Him, and obviously mindful meaning keep Him in your mind at all times, under any circumstance, He will eventually make straight your paths. If you don't falter from Him or turn away from Him, if you always stick with it and stick with your faith and just keep Him in your mind and keep doing in His good works and keep praying and keep reading your word, eventually your paths will be made straight. Even, like, it could take forever and you could never think that it's going to get better, but eventually it will if you could just be mindful of Him and not falter from His word.
And I think it's also a good reminder, because if you're not constantly thinking about it, I think you kind of forget. Like, it's easy when in the mornings, if you read in the mornings, at night if you read at night, whenever you pray, it's easy to think about that. But going throughout your day, sometimes you forget that that's what matters. Like, God's what matters, not all this stuff we do throughout the day, like this school work, whatever. It's all important. Like, you're supposed to work. It's good to learn, but none of that has eternal significance like what you do for the Lord and for the kingdom. So I mean, I think this is a good reminder to just constantly be mindful of that and keep the Lord in your mind.
Yeah, and you should always. There's a lot of things that you need to be mindful of in the real world, to do. Like maybe that's your job or stuff with your family. Like, you do need to be mindful of that stuff, but looking big picture, you need to remind yourself of Him. And it's so easy to fall out of a habit of reading the word or praying. So you shouldn't stay in that all the time.
And I mean, like, anything you do for Him has eternal significance. It's kind of hard to comprehend big numbers, but eternity is like, is obviously, but eternity is forever. Like, it's hard to comprehend how long that is.
Of it,
But like, if everybody you see, they need Jesus. There's not a person you see who doesn't. Which obviously some people are already saved; they don't need Him anymore. But they still. That sounded bad. They still need Him, but they don't need to come to be saved by Him. They've already been saved by Him. But everyone you see through the hallways who've not been saved by Him, they all need to have a relationship with Him. Every single one of them. And if you're not constantly thinking about how He's the main thing, you might not notice that. So walking through our school, there's no telling how many people there are who don't know Jesus. And it's hard to think. Every single one of them has literal eternity in hell, which is awful. I mean, it's like the worst. It is the worst punishment ever.
And sometimes that's not their fault. Like, it so happens that they weren't brought up in maybe a religious family, like their parents aren't very religious, and that's okay. Like, if you can just make that known to them, that
they might not know what they need.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't know.
And it's on us. That's why we're called to go out and share to them.
Exactly.
Because they might not know.
Yeah, God can only do so much. He needs us to work as vessels through Him.
Yeah, he wants to use us.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, everyone, like you said, obviously needs a relationship with God.
Yeah.
No matter if they have one now or they don't have one yet.
Yeah.
But turning back to this, just like be mindful of Him at all times. And I know that's hard. It's easier said than done. But just, if you keep trying your best, then eventually everything will get better.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go into verse 7. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. And there's a lot of confusion between fearing the Lord.
I think,
like,
yeah,
why should I fear the Lord? Doesn't he love me? Blah, like, all that kind of stuff. That's just a reminder of, be like, remember that he's all powerful.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a respect thing, not
exactly,
like not like oh, I'm terrified, because he's your Father in heaven. Like he loves you more than you could ever imagine. But also he is all powerful. So I mean, but I think it's more of a kind of a respect thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like fearing somebody is, in turn, and kind of on the contrary to popular belief of fear. It is respect. If you fear somebody, you typically do respect them.
Yeah, like if you fear your parents, like you fear punishment from your parents, you're gonna obey them.
You respect your parents.
Yeah, you respect and respectful. Obey. Yeah.
And sometimes it gets twisted. Like if I fear, I don't know, like fear heights, I don't respect heights.
Yeah.
That's
like I'm scared of spiders. I don't respect spiders.
Typically, and it's typically in the Bible when it said if you fear somebody, like fearing the Lord, you're respecting him. You know that he's all powerful, and you have that fear that he's all powerful and can do what he needs to and what he wants to, and he uses that for good. So I think that's a good reminder to fear the Lord, because you need to respect him. You need to have a relationship with him, just out of simple respect for him, because you know what he's capable of
and what he's done for you.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that he's capable of doing that stuff and turning that and using it for good is just it's all you want to hear.
Yeah.
So don't be wise and fear the Lord and turn away from evil. And when I kind of like when you kind of read that, fear the Lord and turn away from evil, fearing somebody, evil, like that kind of sometimes maybe people may say that goes hand in hand, fearing something and something being evil, but you need
that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, exactly. In this sense. Obviously.
Yeah, and it's also like there's different meanings of fear. Like someone could have arachnophobia, like fear of spiders.
Yeah.
But they could also fear the Lord. Those are two different fears. Like, there's different types of love. Like, I forget the Greek or Latin word or whatever. There's different, like, types of it. We just have one word in English for it. But they have different meanings.
Yeah.
Like, if you look what they're translated from, if it said, like, I fear spiders and then I fear the Lord, those are going to mean different things. Like,
absolutely.
You're not, like, I'm not scared. Like, obviously the Lord is all powerful and whatever. Sorry, that sounds bad and whatever.
I
but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like I'm not like I like spiders. I don't want to be in a room with the spiders. If you said I could be in the room with God, done right now. I'll 100%.
Yeah. So fearing the Lord is just another way of saying respect the Lord and turn away from evil. Obviously, being don't cave to your earthly desires and turn to Him in your times of need, whenever you might need Him. So, but yeah. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
From everyone here at Thursday Thoughts, which is just me.
The whole studio's erupting.
And Connor.
Yep, and Connor. He's celebrating.
That's what he's actually looking at you, celebrating you for your birthday. He's giving you his belts.
Those are 2 belts because it's the 2nd day of October. That's connection.
That's a lot of.
Yep. He's clapping. He's clapping for me.
Yes,
That's my boy.
They're celebrating his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my real ones.
Yeah, facts.
The whole studio back there behind the camera, they're going crazy.
The whole camera crew.
Yeah.
You can't hear
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for setting up the show.
That means a lot. We're the camera crew. There's literally nobody behind the camera.
Yeah. Anyway, but thank you again for
it's the black pyramids.
Yes, the black foam pyramid. The black foam pyramids are our camera crew.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you again for turning in. Thank you again for tuning in to Thursday Thoughts. And I guess we will see you guys
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, maybe next week.
Maybe you never know. It just depends if we have a thought, a Thursday thought.
If we have a thought, a Thursday one, we will make an episode for you.
All right.
So be sure to comment on the Instagram and comment down below. Happy birthday, Zach. And from everyone here at Thursday Thoughts, we thank you for watching.
Yep.
See you guys later.
Peace.